Well, Gary, that was the tax assessor collector and voter registrar race, and it seemed to me like the only excitement between the two of them is when they're talking about Paul Betancourt and whether or not he was very good at suppressing voters from the past election.
Well, I think it was more than that. I think the question was, it was partially a debate about what Paul Betancourt did in office. Was it good, bad, or ugly, depending on where you sit. Don, of course, likes Paul, thinks Paul accomplished a lot, and Diane doesn't. That was a big surprise. Okay.
And now they were arguing about the settlement of a lawsuit
that nobody cares about, David, that had little or no merit at best.
But if you were Diane Trautman, wouldn't you be trying to make that lawsuit and Paul Betancourt
Actually, I wouldn't,
the issue for 2010?
No, because I'm going to tell you, Diane, to her credit, brings a lot to the table. Dr. Trautman, she's a bright lady, has accomplished a lot in her life, clearly has got lots of leadership skills.
And Don's done a lot.
They both have, but I give her credit. She doesn't have to run a race against Paul Betancourt. He's gone. Don shouldn't be running a race about Paul Betancourt. Don needs to run a race about Don, what he wants to do. Diane needs to run about her and what she wants to do.
But Gary, you made the case that their race is going to be swallowed up by the governor's race and national issues and the like. Yes, and so the only thing that Diane Trautman can possibly do is elevate Don Sumners as somehow an acolyte of Paul Betancourt.
But Paul Betancourt beat her in a bad Republican year. How smart a political tactic is that, David? Think about that. That helps Don. That's why I'm telling you, if I was advising Diane Trautman, I would tell her, just be yourself. You bring a lot to the table. You're an attractive candidate. And Don, if you want to embrace Paul Betancourt, probably a good idea. It helps you.
And Diane has to hope for the return of Obama.
Which isn't happening this year.